Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2026 Okaloosa Schools Academic Tournament. This year we have 7 schools from Okaloosa County going head-to-head in a double elimination tournament format. These standout students will be displaying their knowledge of math, science, history, fine arts and literature, pop culture, and more to determine our tournament champion for 2026. I'm your host and moderator, Stella Verswyvelt. Lisa Nall will be our timekeeper and scorekeeper, while Alexa Castle will serve as our chief judge and make the final decisions on all things official. Alexa Castle is a native of Niceville, Florida. She received her Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering from the University of Florida and a Master's of Systems Engineering from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. She currently works on Eglin Air Force Base in the Range Support Squadron as a Target Systems Engineer. Her team is responsible for providing land, maritime, and threat system targets for test and training activities on Eglin. Today's teams are from Choctawhatchee High School and Niceville High School. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our different Okaloosa schools, and we'll be back shortly to introduce our coaches and our team members. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and introduce our coaches and team members for today's match. From Choctawhatchee High School, our coach is Elizabeth Crandall, and the students are
Asher Newcomer, junior year.
AJ Burnich, senior.
Jonathan Morgan, senior.
Tyson Smith, junior.
And from Niceville High School, our coaches are Justin Reichert and Trey Buck, and our students are
Landon Weisberg, freshman.
Olivia Hodap, senior.
Catherine McGregor, senior.
Jaylee Borello, junior.
All right, now we'll begin the match with toss-up question number 1. The subject is grammar. This verb mood expresses uncertain outcomes, potential actions, or conditions that depend on something else happening. It appears in sentences such as, if it rains, we might can't.
Conditional.
That's correct. Bonus A. What word often introduces conditional clauses signaling a situation that depends on something else?
If.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus B. Identify the verb form in this sentence that shows a contrary to fact conditional. If he had known, he would have acted differently.
If he would have known, he would have acted differently. Would have?
Yeah, possibly.
Would have?
Yes, that is correct. Toss-up question number 2. The subject is literature. Published in 1967, this novel traces a century in the life of the Buenita family in the fictional town of Maconato, blending everyday detail with supernaturally...
100 Years of Solitude.
That's correct. Bonus A. In 100 Years of Solitude, what precious metal is Colonel Aureliano Buendia famous for crafting into tiny fish?
Yeah, gold. Yes.
Gold.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus B. What historical period in Colombia marked by political violence is reflected allegorically throughout the novel?
What?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't have the answer.
No answer.
Okay, the answer was La Violencia. All right, toss-up question number 3. The subject is history. Following the Civil War, this period from 1860...
Yeah, Reconstruction.
Okay. Bonus A. Which 1870 constitutional amendment guaranteed that the right to vote could not be denied on the basis of race, color, or previous condition of servitude?
The 15th Amendment.
That is correct. And bonus B, what federal agency created in 1865 provided food, school access, and legal aid to formerly enslaved people during Reconstruction?
The Civil Rights Commission.
No, we were looking for Freedmen's Bureau. Freedmen's Bureau. All right, toss-up number 4. The subject is science. This principle predicts how a system at equilibrium responds to changes in concentration, temperature.
Le Chatelier's principle.
That is correct. Bonus A, according to Le Chatelier's principle, increasing the temperature of an exothermic reaction shifts the equilibrium in which direction relative to heat?
Reactants, I think. It's reactants.
Reactant.
Shift to left.
Shift to left.
Yes, go shift to left.
Shift to left.
Can you be more specific?
Shift to reactants.
Shift to reactants.
Yes, yeah, you had said it, so I knew you knew it. I just wanted confirmation of that. All right, bonus B. The equilibrium constant K sub P for a gas phase reaction depends only on temperature. According to Le Chatelier's principle, what happens to the value K sub P for an endothermic reaction when the temperature is increased?
Increases.
Increases.
Yes, that is correct. All right, toss-up question number 5. The subject is math. This operation is the inverse of exponentiation.
Logarithm.
That's correct. Bonus A, evaluate log base 10 of 1,000.
3.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus B, rewrite log base b of x to the 4th using logarithm rules.
It's been a while since I've done these. Do you?
4 log base b of x.
I defer.
4 times log base b of x.
That is correct. All right. Toss-up question number 6. The subject is pop culture. Premiering in 2020, this series follows an optimistic American football coach who is hired.
Ted Lasso.
That is correct. Bonus A. In Ted Lasso, what baked treat does Ted frequently bring Rebecca in a small pink box?
Biscuits.
Yes, that is correct.
I just rewatched.
Bonus B. What fictional sports psychologist joins AFC Richmond in season 2?
Watch the second season.
Danny Buchanan.
A therapist.
Named Dr. Sharon Fieldstone. All right. Toss-up question number 7. The subject is science. In closed systems, this quantity, defined as the product of an object's mass and velocity, remains constant when no external net force acts. It is conserved in both elastic and inelastic.
Energy?
That is not what we're looking for. I'll repeat the question for Niceville in its entirety, okay? In closed systems, this quantity, defined as the product of an object's mass and velocity, remains constant when no external net force acts. It is conserved in both elastic and inelastic collisions, allowing physicists to analyze interactions ranging from billiard balls to subatomic particles. Identify this vector quantity whose conservation law complements Newton's second and third laws.
Momentum.
That's correct.
All right. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bonus A, if a 2-kilogram cart moving at 3 meters per second collides and sticks to a 1-kilogram cart at rest, what is the final velocity of the combined mass?
I'm not. You.
No idea.
2 meters per second.
That's correct.
No way.
Bonus B, what quantity must remain equal before and after any elastic collision in addition to momentum?
Quantity must remain. I assume energy.
I would think.
Energy.
Can you be more specific?
Kinetic energy?
No.
Yes,
Oh, that was.
that is correct. Toss-up number 8. The subject is history. Created after World War I, this...
The League of Nations?
That is correct.
Dang it.
Bonus A. Which U.S. president proposed the League in his 14 points?
Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson.
That is correct. Bonus B, what East Asian nation withdrew from the League of Nations in 1933 after the organization condemned its invasion of Manchuria?
It was Japan. Japan.
Japan.
That is also correct. All right, toss-up question number 9. The subject is fine arts. Painted in 1937, this black, white, and gray canvas depicts distorted human and animal forms screaming in anguish amid a bombed Spanish town. Commissioned for the Spanish Pavilion at the Paris World's Fair, it served as a searing political statement against fascist violence. Identify this Pablo Picasso.
Guernica.
That is correct. Bonus A. During which conflict was the bombing of Guernica carried out?
It was the Spanish Civil War.
Spanish Civil War.
That is also correct. Bonus B. Which American journalist reporting helped expose the bombing's brutality to the world?
No answer.
Okay, we were looking for George Steer. George Steer. All right, toss-up question number 10. The subject is religion. Convened intermittently between 1545 and 1563, this ecumenical council responded to the Protestant Reformation by reaffirming doctrines such as the authority of tradition, the seven sacraments, and transubstantiation. It also addressed abuses by regulating clerical training, leading to the creation of seminaries. Identify this influential council.
Council of Nantes.
That is not correct. Niceville, do you have an answer?
The Second Lateran Council?
No, that is not correct. The answer was the Council of Trent. Okay, that's the end of the first half. We'll be back in a moment for the halftime scores. Welcome back. We have a halftime score of Niceville 100, Choctaw 125. And now we'll continue the match with question number 11. The subject is mythology. According to Greek myth, this first woman on earth received...
Pandora.
That is correct. Bonus A. Who was Pandora's husband, the brother of Prometheus?
I think Epimetheus maybe. That's my best guess.
Defer to Asher.
Epimetheus.
That is correct. Bonus B. Which Titan stole fire from the gods and gave it to humanity, provoking Zeus's punishment?
Prometheus. Yeah, Prometheus.
Prometheus.
That is also correct. All right, toss-up number 12. The subject is science. Encircling much of the Pacific Ocean, this tectonically active region...
Ring of Fire.
That is correct. Bonus A. What scale historically measured earthquake magnitude?
Richter.
Richter scale.
That is correct. Bonus B. What modern scale replaced the Richter scale by measuring total energy released?
That's that one.
No answer.
Okay, we were looking for moment magnitude scale. All right, toss-up 13. The subject is math. This trigonometric formula generalizes the Pythagorean theorem to any triangle by relating the lengths of two sides and the included angle to the length of the third side. Written as c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times cosine of c. Identify this theorem.
Law of cosine.
That's correct. Bonus A. Since c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times cosine c, solve for cosine c.
Just solving for cosine c, so if you just c squared minus a squared minus b squared all over negative 2ab, right? Equals, yeah. I'm just gonna do that. C squared minus a squared minus b squared all over negative 2ab.
Yes, that is correct. Bonus B, what related law can be used to find angles or sides in any triangle using ratios of sides to sines of angles?
The sine law. The law of sines?
Yep, that is correct. All right, toss-up number 14. The subject is literature. Published in 1937, this novel follows Janie Crawford's journey through 3 marriages as she searches for autonomy, love, and a voice of her own. Identify this Zora Neale Hurston masterpiece.
Where the Crawdads Sing?
No, that is not correct. Choctaw, do you have an answer?
Time.
Okay, we're looking for Their Eyes Were Watching God. Okay. Toss-up number 15. The subject is technology. Developed to enable decentralized record keeping, this technology stores data in sequential units whose identifiers are generated by cryptographic hash functions, making each new entry mathematically dependent on the one before it. Because copies of the ledger are maintained across a distributed network rather than a central server, no single entity controls updates. Its tamper-resistant design underpins cryptocurrency supply.
Blockchain?
Yes, that is correct. All right, bonus A. What term describes the process by which nodes agree on the state of a blockchain?
I have no answer for that.
Time.
Okay, we were looking for consensus. Consensus. Okay. Bonus B. What cryptographic structure ensures that altering one block invalidates all following blocks?
I have no answer for that either.
I don't
Yeah, I don't know about that one
just guess something like deletion.
either. Deletion?
Try that. I don't know.
Galetian.
No, that is incorrect. The answer we're looking for is hash chain. Hash chain. All right. Toss-up number 16. The subject is history. Resolved in 1803 during the early years of the Republic, this Supreme Court case arose when a last...
Marbury v. Madison?
That is correct. Bonus A. Which president's administration declined to deliver Marbury's commission?
I think that was Adams. Was Adams or Jefferson? No. I think it was Jefferson.
It was Jefferson.
Actually. Let's go Jefferson.
Jefferson?
That is correct. Bonus B. What later Supreme Court case decided in 1819 strengthened federal power by upholding the constitutionality of the national bank and reinforcing the doctrine of implied powers under the necessary and proper clause?
Oh, man. I've heard of it, but I forgot what it was.
It's asking for the case.
Time.
Okay, we were looking for McCulloch versus Madison. Maryland. Sorry, McCulloch versus Maryland.
Oh, but that I didn't know.
All right, toss-up number 17. The subject is grammar. In academic and professional writing, clarity depends on ensuring that coordinated elements follow the same grammatical pattern, whether they are words, phrases, or entire clauses. This stylistic principle eliminates awkward shifts such as she likes running, to swim, and bike.
Parallelism.
Yes, that is correct. All right, bonus A. Which pair of correlative conjunctions requires parallel structure in sentences such as she is not only intelligent but also hardworking?
There you go.
Time.
And or.
No, we were looking for not only and but also. Bonus B. What aspect of writing is most directly improved when ideas are presented in parallel grammatical form?
Prose.
No, we were looking for the answer clarity or readability. Okay. Toss-up number 18. The subject is science. Central to modern evolutionary theory, this mechanism describes how heritable traits that confer a...
Natural selection.
That is correct. Bonus A. What term describes a heritable trait that increases survival or reproduction?
Adaptation.
Yeah.
Adaptation.
That is correct. Bonus B. What diagram shows evolutionary relationships among species?
Okay, yeah.
Cladogram.
That is not correct. We were looking for phylogenetic tree. Phylogenetic tree. All right, toss-up number 19. The subject is fine arts. Premiering on Broadway in 1957, this groundbreaking musical reimagined Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet amid the racial tensions and turf conflicts of mid-century New York City.
West Side Story.
That is correct. Bonus A. Where are most members of the Sharks from?
Oh, I did not know that one. You want to say it?
The West Side.
No, the answer is Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. All right, bonus B. Who choreographed the original Broadway production?
I did not know that.
No answer.
Okay, Jerome Robbins. Jerome Robbins. All right, toss-up number 20. The subject is pop culture. Born in Houston in 1981, this singer, songwriter, and performer rose to fame as a lead vocalist of Destiny's...
Beyonce.
That is correct. Bonus A. What album did Beyonce release with Jay-Z as The Carters?
Cowboy Carter.
No, the answer was Everything is Love. Everything is Love. That was the album. Okay, bonus B. What 2016 visual album explores themes of heritage, betrayal, and empowerment?
I defer.
Lemonade.
That is correct.
That's the match.
All right, that's the end of the match. We'll be back in a moment with our final score. We have a final score of Niceville 130, Choctaw 265. Thank you to all the students who participated in today's match, and thank you to our viewers for tuning in to watch this exciting event. We'd also like to thank our corporate sponsors, Microsystems Incorporated and Master Wall Incorporated. Stay tuned next time for further tournament action. Thank you and good night.